looking down along West Springfield, and for the most part we're just looking at wet roadways, maybe a bit slushy out there. That's been much of the story throughout the day today, and snowfall totals have varied as well. But as we get into the overnight period, we're still looking at that winter weather advisory. This will continue through at least 6 a.m. Illinois time tomorrow morning. Heavier snow over in the Indianapolis area. They're looking at anywhere from 6 to 8 inches of snow there. For our area, perhaps ending up with 4 inches or so in many locations here in east central Illinois. The snow continues. Looking at a wintry mix across southern Illinois. This is the way it looked over the last 12 hours. We were looking at a wintry mix earlier this morning with some freezing rain and sleet, and then that turned to snow throughout much of the morning. Some of the heavier snow has been around the Decatur Springfield area, down around the Macon Moweaqua area coming in. These are all Doppler estimates, by the way. 7 inches there, a little bit more than 6 inches over in the Decatur area. 5.5 in Monticello, and it dwindles down to maybe a little bit under 2 inches up in the Wellington area there north of Hoopeston. So depending on where you are, those snowfall totals varied quite a bit here through the afternoon hours. 32 right now in Champaign. Wind chills down into the teens. 32 degrees in Danville as well, with a wind chill there at 18. Again, that winter weather advisory continues through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and that snow should be tapering off during the overnight. And yet we've got another storm to worry about as we get into early next week. I'll have details with the forecast coming up. Rick and Aaron, now back to you. And welcome back to ABC News Channel 15. Happy Friday to you. The weekend is finally here, but boy, what a way to get into it with all of this snow and ice and really a mess out there. Unfortunately, when this one's over, well, we'll get a day off and then it returns again, but more on that later. As we look down at Springfield and Mattis a little earlier this afternoon, still seeing that blanket of snow out there. Now, I want to point out to you, all of these pictures you're going to see during this weathercast are pictures that I took around the area a little earlier today, and this was a beautiful shot here along Church Street here on the west side of Champaign. 33 degrees. The high today was a high, the low 32. Not much of a temperature spread at all. Pretty close to what's typical, though, for this time of year as far as temperatures are concerned. Now, so far for the month of February, a trace of snow. This was before today. 0.14 of an inch of liquid precipitation. Doppler estimates now showing just a little bit over 3 inches in Champaign. We'll wait for the official word as we get into the day tomorrow. Here we go. Winter weather advisory through tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Looking at a possible 1 to 2 inches during the overnight, and then we've got more snow on the way. Snow is expected for Monday and Tuesday. This could be several inches of more snow, so be sure and stay tuned to ABC News Channel 15. Brittany Sager will be here to update you on the weather during the course of the weekend. Satellite radar over east central Illinois showing a lot of blue out there and a few breaks in it right now. Of course, you can check that out at home on our website, WICD15.com/iRadar. ESP Live showing a little bit of a break from the snow, but generally speaking, looking at least light snow across much of the area. And Doppler estimates across the region showing just a little bit over 3 inches, as I mentioned, in Champaign. Some of the heaviest snow, though, a little south of Decatur. As we were talking earlier, I think Brett was talking about some of the road conditions out to the west. This is where they received a little more snow in the Decatur, Springfield, and Jacksonville area there along I-72. Meanwhile, pretty close to 4 inches up in Farmer City and a little bit over 2 inches, the estimate in Danville, a little more than that down in the Georgetown, Westville area, and 3 inches also the estimate at Paris. All of these counties still under this winter weather advisory. This will continue through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning over the entire ABC News Channel 15 viewing area. Well, there's that winter storm. You can see just how big it is here as we open it up across the country. And boy, this is a lot of snow all the way up into the northern plains. And then we're looking at rain in areas to the south, and they're looking for some heavy snow in the Washington, D.C. area. They could be looking at a foot of snow. So we're getting off pretty easy here as the storm system continues its trek out to the east. There goes the snow behind it. Just a brief area of high pressure controlling our weather here as we get into the weekend. But unfortunately, out to the west, there it is, another storm system, and that's the one that will be affecting us as we get into early next week. Temperatures right now in the 30s. Again, not much of a temperature spread during the course of the day today. Here's a look at the storm team forecast. forecast, that winter weather advisory through early tomorrow morning. 25 degrees for the overnight with snow and blowing snow. These winds will be whipping up to around 20 to 30 miles an hour for the day tomorrow. Still looking at blowing snow, could be a good possibility. 30 degrees will be the high temperature tomorrow. Then over the next 7 days, there's a chance of more snow. I put 2 to 3 inches question mark. You'll have to stay tuned over the weekend for the latest on that one.
More snow.
Yeah.
It's still wintertime, isn't it?
Yeah, this is not fun at all.
No.
Anyway, just drive carefully out there, everyone. Take it easy and enjoy the weekend.
Yeah.